Hello, this is Jeff Neville for Selective Imagery. Welcome to Photos of the Week, episode 14. I haven't done one of these in a long time. I felt it was time to get back to my roots, still photography. We start out with some flowers that were in Brookgreen Gardens, about a mile down the road from Huntington Beach State Park. And I'll ask Greg and Leslie. They could identify these flowers better than me. I just find them pretty, interesting in texture, captures my eye. And these were taken with the Z9 with the 24-120 Z lens. And I love it for close-up photography. And so we're just going to pay a little visit here, going through these still photographs and giving you a peek at what's in the park. And it's still, this time of the year, a lot of flowers are dying off. A lot of them have been chewed up by bugs. But you still have some bees pollinating some of the flowers that are around. And it's nice to see that. This next image made me jump. I was looking through my lens on this flowering bush and came across this spider that almost made me jump out of my skin. I'd never seen anything like this before, and it's called a green lynx spider, and it inhabits a lot of the low shrubs and plants, and it sits on top, near the top of the vegetation in open areas like meadows and farms and gardens. And when you see it and you see these spikes on the legs, it really freaks you out. They actively hunt their prey. They don't catch their prey in webs. They actually will jump on a flower that has a bee or something in it, and it's an ambush hunter. And it is poisonous. So it's not technically a jumping spider, but it does jump on flowers. And it can adjust its camouflage, but it isn't anything that it does really quick. The females, when they're on a different colored background, it could take them 16 to 17 days to blend in with that particular background. Now they can spit venom nearly 8 inches away, so you wouldn't want to get one of these to spit at you and get you in the eyeball, because you're going to be in a lot of pain. If they bite you, it's nothing that's going to kill a human, but you're going to be uncomfortable, and you're going to have some swelling. But they're really good at getting rid of insects from gardens and whatnot. And they go after a lot of agricultural pests. And in some cotton fields, they find that they're handy to feed on certain moths or whatever that cause them problems. Cotton leafworm moths and cabbage looper moths. So sometimes, they'll introduce these spiders into the cotton fields to kind of take out some of the things that damage the cotton. The problem is these spiders eat everything, so they kill bees as well. So that's a bad thing. But if you see one of these, let's just say you don't forget it. It sticks in your mind. So the main purpose of this visit to the park, being motivated by my friend Gustavo, who just sends me phenomenal hummingbird photos, was to plant myself in a location where I thought I might run into some, and just hang around for as long as it took to get the opportunity to get some shots. So here's a series of shots of ruby-throated hummingbirds, but these are the females, so unfortunately they don't have the ruby throat. The males, I haven't seen one male all year in the few times that I've seen hummingbirds. And a friend of mine that has like a perfect park environment in his backyard for hummingbirds has seen few to none males. Predominantly females. So I don't know what's going on, but things are changing. So hopefully you enjoy these pictures. Now I know some of you are saying, Jeff, you're a bird guy. Where's all the birds? Okay, I went to Huntington Beach State Park. I got a few bird pictures for you. Everybody can calm down. Great blue heron making some noises at me. And then here's a clapper rail that's hiding in the reeds and trying to bathe. So it does not like to get in the middle of the water. I mean, it likes to hide in the reeds, and that's just the way it is. And along the way, you know, there's some spoonbills that were in the reeds and got up and flew off and went towards the pond, because right now these shots are from the marsh side, for those of you that hear me talking about Huntington Beach State Park a lot. We move on to a snowy egret that just got over an encounter with a friend, therefore the hair is all sticking up. And we have a sandpiper surrounded by snails looking around for a snack of some kind, I'm assuming a worm. And back to some spoonbills. Now this one is bald on the forehead and has a very bright red eye. The older ones are like that. And there's going to be a few more spoonbill shots in here for you to enjoy. So I saw him there on that mound for a second, then he got up and flew, and he basically came right at me, and I was in an overlook, and he came right towards me, and I got a shot of him. And here he is, just fooling around in the water. But they're just beautiful birds. Man, they're so nice. And there was only a couple that we saw. I mean, there were others that flew away. We did get tricolor heron with the sun just kissing the bird as it started to come up. And no, we didn't go back to Brookgreen Gardens. This was just on the grasses in an open area in Huntington Beach State Park. And then we have a place called the Boneyard, where there's a lot of dead trees and the ospreys hang out there. So there were a few in there, which is a good thing to see. And we finish up the video with a couple shots of the good old American eagle. You just can't top that. This was in a secret location, we'll leave it at that. This was not in the park. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If so, give me a like, subscribe, share with your friends, and as always, feel free to leave me comments, good or bad. I can always improve. And remember, enjoy life, capture some of it.